I've decided to hold back part 2 of the Lego syndrome. My reason behind this? So I can respond to someone else. And they are equally retarded as feminist frequency. I plan to respond to this video the same way I did with my last one. I play a clip from their video, then I comment on it. Though the more and more I do this, the more and more I lose hope in humanity.
So a couple of weeks ago I made a video about how sometimes internet trolls are just sad and annoying, and other times internet trolls are still sad but also genuinely destructive and dangerous.
I find it hilarious the way he says trolls are dangerous, then goes on without explaining how trolls are dangerous in any way. Saying trolls are dangerous is just giving more people a reason to pretend to be victims. Like, I'm a troll. Please give me attention, because as we all know, the society we live in loves fucking victims. A perfect example of this is cyberbullying.
And this week we've had a great example of that second type of trolling with the sexist gamer dude attack on Anita Sarkeesian. Anita does a web video series named Feminist Frequency, which if you watch my stuff, you should already be watching hers. And recently she set up a Kickstarter page for a new project looking at the representation of women in video games.
Already we can tell in this video he's going to look at this from both sides, and that he's not going to be biased in any way. Then again, what I just said there was a complete fucking lie because he only looks at this from one side. It doesn't even point out the fact that she's clearly and blatantly doing this for money.
And after the Kickstarter page went up, a whole bunch of gamer dudes decided, even though they haven't heard what her opinion is yet, that the mere idea of this woman presuming to form an opinion about them at some point in the future was so frightening that they had to organize a scorched earth campaign of harassment and bullying against her.
So let me get this straight. You're claiming this woman, who's strong and independent supposedly, is getting bullied. Also, she's not attacking the male gaming community, she's attacking the games.
Which brings up my next point. Most gamers treasure their childhood games and remember them fondly. So what do you think's gonna happen when some asshole comes along and decides to piss all over their childhood memories, piss all over their childhood memories, piss all over their childhood memories, just to make a quick buck? Like, I'm a victim, please give me attention.
And what do you mean by, we don't know what her opinions are? It's blatantly obvious what her opinions are.
And Anita has handled the whole situation incredibly well, and her project is wound up getting more support and funding than ever. So in this instance, the private army of sexist dudes has only succeeded in proving her right and making her stronger.
A second ago you were saying we have no idea what her opinions are, so we shouldn't criticize her. Now you're claiming that everyone's criticisms are proving her right. So how do you know that we proved her right? And how do we know you're not a robot sent here to destroy humanity by saying retarded shit?
But it's still been an intensely ugly spectacle that raises a whole lot of questions about why this happens so often and why so many dudes think it's okay to persecute and harass and abuse women online.
So because she's a woman, she's under the protection of the great gods of the internet. The
reasons behind
the trolling is because she's a woman. Also, that's a very hypocritical thing to say if you support feminism, because by saying that, you're claiming that women are somehow weaker than men. No.
A lot of these dudes, if you challenge them, will tell you that they don't have any real feelings about this and they're just trolling for the fun of it. That they don't really hate women, they just think it's funny to treat women as if they hate them.
If that's the case, then why should anyone give a fuck? For the next few minutes of the video, he basically repeats himself over and over and over again. But I find it funny he completely fails to realise there's a thing called the internet hate machine. What Anita is trying to do is purposely evoke a reaction from the internet hate machine. What this reaction will do is generate more attention around her. And she'll use this attention to generate more supporters and generate more money.